A solemn ceremony will be held this Friday in the Swiss city of Martigny, honoring the victims of a deadly New Year's fire in nearby Crans-Montana. 40 young people were killed when the blaze tore through a crowded bar during celebrations, injuring over 100 others. Around half of those killed were Swiss, but there were also 9 French citizens and 6 young Italians, and the French and Italian leaders will be among the some 2,000 people attending today's ceremony. For more, we can cross to Switzerland and speak to our reporter, Olivia Bizot. Olivia, tell us more about what's taking place today and what the atmosphere is like there.
Hi, Alison. Yes, well, the atmosphere here is incredibly heavy, as you can imagine. Behind me is a space where the ceremony will be taking place. The preparations are still underway. About 2,000 people are expected to attend this memorial in memory of the 40 people who were killed. It's mostly going to be the families of the victims. French President Emmanuel Macron will also be attending, and it's not just about diplomacy. It's become deeply personal as 9 French people were killed in the tragic fire. Among them is Noah. He was just 14 years old, and this is one of the reasons why the incident is so tragic. It's because of the age of the victims. Most of them were very young, between the ages of 14 and 25. They had their whole lives ahead of them. The French president will be joining the Italian and Swiss presidents. There will be hymns, there will be speeches, there will be a minute of silence, and there'll also be a moment when all the church bells across the country ring at the same time in unison. The French president is then expected to bring home the families of the French victims in his plane. Now, I've been immersed in this story for the past week, and for a lot of the families I've been speaking to, for the parents, the siblings, the friends who've lost their loved ones, this high-level politics is just white noise. I spoke to one mother who told me that these memorial services are providing some sense of support and solidarity. They're making her feel less alone, but they're also a very difficult reminder that she's being forced to join a club she never wanted to be a part of. The first few days were defined by a tragic sense of shock. Now they're being defined by the reality, and that reality is a deep, permanent sense of sadness.
Meanwhile, Olivia, the French couple that owns the bar have been placed under investigation for negligent manslaughter. What's the latest you can tell us about that investigation?
That's right, Alison. As the mourning continues, so too does the search for accountability. A criminal investigation has been launched against the owners of the bar where the fire took place. They happen to be a French couple from Corsica. They're being charged with homicide and arson by negligence. They are still free. They are presumed innocent, but they could face up to 3 years behind bars if they're convicted. Now, today they're also going to be questioned as part of that investigation. But the shockwaves this week didn't come from the courtroom. They actually came from the town hall. The mayor of the town where the fire took place, Crans-Montana, announced that the bar had not had a safety check in the past 5 years. Not one between 2020 and 2025, when legally they're supposed to take place every year. Now, he did apologize for that, and he admitted that he didn't understand how this could have happened. And when you look at the evidence, you understand why those checks are so important. Video circulating online shows sparklers lighting up the acoustic foam, and that material should have been fire resistant. And then there's the staircase, which was incredibly narrow, making it very difficult for people to escape. And the fire emergency exits were very difficult to find in moments of panic. I spoke to a French survivor called Adrien, and he described scenes of absolute horror. He told me that he saw people with very severe burns trying to escape what had become a death trap. He saw people die in front of him, and he said that those images will haunt him for the rest of his life.
All right, Olivia, thank you so much for those updates and for your reporting. That's France 24's Olivia Bizot there in Switzerland, with France 24's Georges Yazbek behind the camera. You can follow the tribute to the victims of the Crans-Montana bar fire in a special edition here on France 24. Our special coverage will begin at 1:45 p.m. Paris time.